Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having me, Zach.
It's a pleasure, mate. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah, it's been a beautiful weekend up here in North Wales.
We've been blessed with a little bit of levels and
some sun.
And some sun and a big old waterfall.
Yeah, that was quite a rally.
But welcome, Mr. Andy Kettlewell, coming on the podcast. Tell me, what's your thing? Why are you here? Why have I asked you to come on this podcast?
Part of me thinks that we did a massive waterfall mission together on Friday, and it's now Sunday, which was awesome. It's always weird when you come to a new area. It's like I get loads of people message me when they come, but yeah, for someone to take time, drive an hour, and not actually go kayaking and just be there for the vibe was just like insane from you. So massive thank you for coming along. And
no worries.
I think just the two of us on Ride a Maldeck the other day would have been a bit loose.
Let's get it filmed as well.
Yeah, it's nice to get it documented as well, for sure. And hopefully it was good for you being there to witness the vibe, be part of the vibe.
Thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah. And what's nice about that one is you're not hanging around in the rain. It was actually quite a nice day. It's a bit like today, really.
Yeah.
A bit less windy, but yeah, it was actually a nice day just to hang out on the river, and we got some good paddling in after as well. So
yeah, got 4 lovely level glens.
Yeah.
It was,
yeah, I don't think we could have asked for more.
No.
Ollie was obviously content because he was back on the train. Didn't even spend 24 hours in North Wales.
It was a good smash and grab from him.
It was a day in uni, apparently. I wonder if he does go back to uni and just show his lecturer and being like, oh, this is why I wasn't in on Friday.
Oh, imagine.
It's a bold move, but funny.
100%. It was a busy Friday, a good hustle.
Yeah, I don't think I left Cardiff until I was at his parents' house. That was the funny thing of how it started, because he has boat in Nottingham, boat in Cardiff, so he doesn't have a car because it blew up in Norway last summer. So he just gets his friends to drive in places,
right? Which
is great because when he comes from Nottingham, gets them to come to South of Wales, and then they can stay at his parents' house. They get warm, they get fed, and then they go kayaking. But yeah, he just got the train across, so he couldn't take his kayak. So I picked up his spare kayak and a sleeping bag for him because he didn't pack anything. Classic. Oh, and 2 pairs of pants. Didn't even need them in the end. And the one thing was I wasn't allowed to tell his parents our plan while we were going up to do it. It's like, maybe spare some details. It's like, anyway, we got chatting and there was levels in South Wales on Friday, so I made a plan for her to go kayaking with the South Wales youngers. So she texted Ollie once I left saying, oh, Andy's made a plan, or told them the plan, and she told them the plan for her to go kayaking, and he was like, he better not have. Even that was a really relaxed message from his mum, being like, yeah, go and enjoy riding Maldeck.
I've heard the plan, it's all good. Wow.
Yeah, but it was a late start for the drive, 8:30. Picked him up at 11 in Newtown, and then got near Dolgafly, slept, and then met you at about 9 o'clock.
Yeah. Had a little walk up and made sure we're happy, and then you cracked on. Yeah,
it was very convenient. It's only about a kilometre walk, so
it wasn't as bad as I was thinking.
No, a really good footpath, and I think if you're wanting to do something that big, you've got to put in a bit of effort.
Yeah,
and actually there was no effort. Not really. It's like, if you can't walk a kilometre with your kayak, then you'll probably not be doing a waterfall that big.
And it's quite easy to scout as well, wasn't it? Like, you could see from either side, and
and also set safety. Like, obviously how you landed was going to be a big issue. Obviously, you never know with the impact. You think it's just a 15-20 footer at the end, which it is, but you just never know. We've seen Matty come off there. We've seen loads of people roll in the cauldron before, and then just having you filming, but B, like, you can do safety there.
Yeah, halfway.
It's like, rather than just waiting for it to all flush down, it'd be like, that'd be so stressful if it was just the two of us. It's like, even if it's just a throw bag out and you swim down it, it's like, well, you're not just getting recirced in the cauldron.
Yeah, halfway up.
So, massive massive thing to do, just 3 of you, to be fair. But
It's still pretty big for 3. But it was definitely done safely.
yeah,
Like we'd cover at the bottom, cover halfway, and it all got documented.
yeah, it's a good day and good lines.
Yeah,
Good lines.
very, very good luck. It's a pleasure to watch you boys.
I think the standout moment for me was after watching Ollie go and I've been able to watch the video that you took halfway, and because I was so far away I couldn't see what happened in the middle.
Yeah.
I didn't even know he'd flipped.
Really?
No, I saw him go for a second stroke and I was like, oh.
Why is he still there?
Yeah, and then he slowed down, so I just thought it like stalled out and then went again. But when I saw the video and how he flipped, we were talking, weren't we? And it was like, well, if you could just get a really good lefty, you don't need to lose core tension and go for the righty. That was all well and good until like it comes to it and it's like, oh my god,
extra one.
I was like, there was like 14 micro strokes, I think, from me going off the lip to the bottom. It was like, it just seemed like, I think I'm super analytical anyway, but it's like, it was all over the place, but I got to the bottom and I was happy.
Yeah.
And actually, it doesn't look that bad when I watch it back.
No, it looks good.
Yeah, it's just like loads of little corrections. But like, it's like the first time you go kayaking, it's like,
Yeah.
oh. That's what I felt like in the middle part for sure. I was like, don't flip.
Yeah. It looked good from the bank. It looked very good.
Yeah.
But you've been kayaking a while. When did you start?
So I started when I was 9,
Yeah.
nearly 10, because the
10.
canoe club's rules were only 10 years and old, but over. But yeah, I started when I was 9. I've told this story on a few podcasts, but I think it's important to go back to. I started on a 6-week course, and I think if it wasn't for buying into a 6-week course, I wouldn't have carried on. Because
Really?
after the first couple of lessons, the first 2-hour lesson, I'd already swam, like just on the flat river in Bedford back home. And my sister was better than me. It's always the same. If anyone else has got siblings, they probably resonate. It's like, if one of you is better than the other, you start to be like, just let them go. But because it was a 6-week course, like my parents weren't strict and stuff, but they just like see it out, like whatever it is, it's like, just see it out. It's like, you just never know. So I'm super grateful that they were like that, whatever they, signed us up for when we were kids. Like, just enjoy it, see what it's like. It's like, you don't have to continue it after. It's like, and by the time you're a year older, you've probably forgotten about that 6-week course if you didn't like it. So yeah, after that, I kind of got a couple of skills. I could paddle in a straight line and stuff.
And was this slalom or?
No, this was strictly flat water. Somewhere between a dancer and a kendo, I think, the first year of kayaking I did. So as a 9-year-old kid and a dancer, it was like, I think it was a dancer anyway, something long and thin and old. Made of that off-white kind of plastic, the ones. It's, but yeah, so it's strictly like flat water for quite a while and just like river trips. So back home in Bedford, the river's canalised, there's weirs everywhere, locks everywhere, and the canoe club would just do different river trips all over. But to start off with, it was just on the flat water, either upstream or downstream from the clubhouse. We were super fortunate. I never realised this when you grow up. It's like, it's just a clubhouse. We share it with the rowing club, but it had a bar in, it had a pool table upstairs, had like boat storage and warm showers after. So I think compared to a lot of canoe clubs, it's very Gucci.
A warm shower afterwards sounds fantastic.
But the vibe, you were welcomed into the community because it wasn't just on the riverbank and then it's like, come here for kayaking, good kayaking session and leave. It's like very fortunate to be like, hang around after. We didn't hang around that much like for the first year, and then it started to build, and then we would stay for half an hour after the session, and by the time I was 15, 16, we would stay until we get kicked out of the bar at like 10:30. We weren't drinking, obviously, we were just playing pool and hanging out, but kayaking would finish at 8 and we'd be there for another 2.5 hours. And you make friendships, you make friends the same age as you. And for me, it was like it was quite a big canoe club, I guess. So there was lots of different disciplines. So there was a marathon section, there was a slalom section, there was a polo section, there's a freestyle section, and like just general paddling. So basically they were all recruiting the same, and like Tuesdays was slalom, Wednesdays was club night, Mondays was pool session, Thursdays was something else, Sundays was marathon, Saturdays was slalom training. So that all these sections would recruit basically, and you would end up doing all the disciplines with all your friends, and they weren't necessarily school friends because it was just like different kids from different schools, but there was as I was coming through, there's about 10 of us, about within 2 or 3 years of each other. So it was a real good vibe, and people would come and go and whatnot. But we would all go do slalom on a Tuesday. We would all go do polo on a Thursday or whatever it was, and it would just be more days on the water. So by the time I was like 15, we were just cycling. It's about a 20-minute cycle from home. Cycle to the canoe club like most days.
Really?
And just join in with whatever activity was going on that day. So, but it didn't start like that. It started with just flat water trips, and you'd be in a playboat and you'd go 700 meters downstream or a kilometer upstream, and it would always be the question, which way are we going? And that was enough for us. Like as the 12, 13-year-olds, it was like there was no white water. It's like the weirs were downstream. There was like trees to jump off or something further upstream. And then downstream, there was a weir to go down. And then there's another weir to go down, but same level. So you would run this one, paddle along the bottom river, walk up, run that one, walk up, run that one, and then walk back up to the top river, and then paddle back to the club. But there was also a pontoon that would seal launch off, and it's about this high. So out of your kayak, you're like proper trying to climb out and just prove yourself, and then seal launch off. But we were rubbish at freestyle. We were terrible. You look at what the kids are doing now and it's like, oh my god, it's like they're looping at like 12 years old, 11 years old. It's like, we just had fun, and it took me 3 years to learn to double pump. It took me a year to learn to roll. But what was also nice is the canoe club never rushed me away. So sometimes you hear of people like, you go to the pool, you learn to roll, do an extra month, get your roll a bit bomber, and then you leave. I went to the pool session for like 5-6 years.
Yeah?
Yeah. So from when I was 11, 12, when I first went, to when I was like 16. But when I was 16, it was just fun with like your friends. And, I think we got like a length of the pool upside down, like swimming underwater. It's like, all the fun things you do. And it's like, can you get back in your boat upside down? Can you, all the fun and just messing around, really. It was never task focused. It was never, once we could look after ourselves in the pool, we were never like looked after. It was like, oh, that's the kids just doing their thing, having fun. It's like, well, and then that really helped, because when we went to events or weekends away, we'd all be really close friends. So if we went to a weekend away to paddle at Matlock or Llandyssil, which is 2 locations that our club liked, we were all really good friends. But when we started doing slalom competitions, we were a group of friends that would go there as well. So whatever we did, and polo competitions, and then we'd meet other people as well. And, it felt like there was just a lot of friends. And then there was a competition or something going on, or a river trip, but it was basically just a weekend away with good friends. And that's what I think my kayaking grew on. And then it diverged into like performance, so with the slalom, and trying to be, when I was 16 and I started taking this training seriously, not like a lot of kids in slalom take it seriously from a couple of years younger than that, even before that, and they just like channel all their energy into that one discipline. I'm like, there's loads of time. But then also I didn't make the British team. I never represented Britain for slalom. They will probably go on and be a lot closer to do that, but I am definitely like that journey from a long time ago. Like it's about being with my friends and meeting new people along the way, and just having a good time on the water, really.
Yeah, bit windy.
Yeah, windy up here.
Yeah, it sounds like you've just wanted to go kayaking and enjoy it. be with your friends, having fun.
Yeah.
Oh my.
That's a big gust. You're not as sheltered as I am.
No, I'm not shouting at all. Let's see what these microphones do.
Yeah. Hopefully you can still hear.
You've done a lot of expeditions. You've been around the world. You're very well travelled. Where's some of your favourite places you've been?
Yeah, I've done a fair few expeditions. There's always a flip side. Some of the longer trips I've done, I wish I were more expedition-y, and the expedition-y trips I wish were a bit longer.
Okay.
So when we went to Kyrgyzstan, everyone there had a job, so we were like, we could do 18 days. I think it was 18 days, UK to UK. So, and the Sari Jazz is a long expedition. We planned for 12 days with 2 contingency days. Mm-hmm. So we really didn't have long, and we just like rallied. As it is, it took us 10 days. But even so, because it took us less time, we still got a bit of the culture, but we didn't get many other rivers. I think it's always hard when you're traveling to really soak up everything and stay focused without spending months there. And then you like divert from your main mission. We went in, we were really focused. We still enjoyed ourselves, living the slow life, but we were rallying pretty hard on that trip. That was definitely a standout. But I think as far as a repetition of expedition, I don't think there's a bigger one that's been repeated so many times. No. That is generally done by kayakers. There's definitely way bigger expeditions done, but they might have been repeated twice. This one, like, there was 2 groups in there last year. I don't know about the year before, but yeah, when we were there was 2 expeditions in that year. It's like there's lots of expeditions going there, and it's amazing. I would recommend, even if Rainy tells you differently, I would recommend it. But so you got that on one hand, and then you've got like amazing, like our trip to Chile was amazing last year, and like even Norway, some amazing places where you can just keep traveling around different rivers everywhere, and you follow the season. I do like that. Like for Chile, you follow the season south. For Norway, you follow the season north, and there's really good kayaking at its prime levels, and you can just get everything at prime levels, whatever your prime level is. So if you want stuff slightly lower, you just go later, but you can still follow it north until autumn. And if you want it at higher levels, then you just go earlier in the season. Same for Chile. It's like, you just catch it as you are. But I do like that road trip, slow road trip vibe. So probably Chile and Norway have been some of my favourite places. But that's not saying like mainland Alps like isn't awesome. It's really easy to live out there. It's really easy, cheap lifestyle, especially like van lifing. I learned a lot in Austria. A lot of my friends moved out to Austria to work, so piggybacking on them working, I would get work, like this before Brexit, I'd get work on the weekends to help safety kayak where they were short-staffed, kind of like you would in the UK. It's like, can you help us out? We've said yes to another raft, but we don't have a raft guide or whatever. It's like, you just help out, but then that means you're free to kayak all week. So I'd do trips to Austria for 3-4 weeks and make a profit. Not maybe 10 quid profit, but because I'm working weekends, it's like, well, you can work 2 days a week and paddle 5. And I was actually kayaking those 2 days as well. It's like, but I learned a lot there. And it's just having that regularity of like some top quality white water, whatever ability you are. And I think that makes a big difference, just being able to paddle your ability level every day on repetition.
Regularly, yeah.
And also just being able to paddle the same section does do a big, like whether think you're learning or you're just going kayaking, either way you're learning. So yeah. Some of my favourite places.
But you still enjoy the UK paddling? It's your base? And
yeah, I enjoy the UK paddling as my base. I've got so many friends. I think for those just starting up in this whole whitewater scene, you will make friends on the way, and just by going kayaking, sitting in the eddy of someone else. You just say hi to each other, and that's how I've made so many friends. Like go to events and just hang out. It's like it's not about being the best paddler. It's just like you hang out, and then you get dragged kayaking. The amount of times I drag people kayaking, got dragged kayaking, it's like you get more river days, you get more experience, and you do end up better. But yeah, just by going kayaking, you make friends. And what I really like about this, I just come up to North Wales for the weekend, and there's so many friends here. It's like, if you want to go for a lap on your own, go for a lap on your own. If you want to go for a lap with friends, there's so many people that are keen to go kayaking, and you do make these connections. So I think the UK is pretty special in that there's a lot of kayakers just all over the place, because one person likes this river, one person likes this river, one person likes this area, one person likes this area. It's like there's people all over, and it's a really good base. And since I got into surf kayaking, I've had even more days on the river. I thought Chris was just trying to sell me a boat at first. It's like he had a blem boat. It just had some gel coat that hadn't set properly. It was an absolutely perfect boat. He knocked like 200 quid off for a Black Friday deal, and was like, "Go on, like you'll sell it for that anyway if you don't use it." I was like, so I bought it with the intention of, if it's not raining, there might be surf. Yeah. And if it's nice weather, I'll just go to the Whitewater Centre in Cardiff, because there's probably people rafting and I can go kayaking there. So it's all about like getting more river days. And I think that changed it for me, because it wasn't like you're always waiting for rain. And it's like, oh, it's raining, but it's not enough.
I can't do anything. Yeah,
I can't do anything. It's like, it's actually, it doubles your number of kayaking days, maybe from 70 in a year to 150, which is quite a considerable amount. And just having that option, and it's been really nice. It's a different vibe, rather than if we were to leave from here to go to the river, we would both drive our separate vans because we would need them for the shuttle. It's like you can carpool a lot easier just to get to the beach, and it's like you have a little party in the car. Definitely when there's me, Lyndon and Pod in the car together. It's like, get some psych juice and some chocolate, and it's like, it's crazy. But you don't get that necessarily. It's like with river paddling all the time. If you don't have a full car, for example, so it's nice. Is that someone there?
I feel like I can hear someone.
Oh, it's up there.
Oh, yeah.
No, they're fine. They're in shorts. Jesus Christ.
That's bold. I like it.
Yeah.
But have you got any plans for the future? Any little missions you want to talk about? You keeping them private?
Not keeping them private. Just
not public on the internet.
There's, I think, having Lyndon being 5 years older than me and Pod 5 years older than that, it's really good, because I get a benchmark of where I'm going to be in 5 years and like what my attitude might be. I'll still be super motivated, but maybe I'm not as motivated to do some of the bigger stuff. So I'm like, oh, reality check. Okay. Just get them every so often. And now I'm a little bit more focused on, as of 2 days ago, ticked another one off my list. And I think I said to you, it's a bold move. I've rang a lot of people, but a lot of people couldn't make it or whatever, or plans changed. But obviously, I had hoped there'll be more people at Ride a Mile Deck just to enjoy the vibe. Maybe some more people wanted to do it. But it's a bold move, like ringing people, being like, this is our plan for tomorrow. And you're also driving 3.5 hours just for effectively one thing. We obviously got a great day. But I'm driving with that intention. So you have to back yourself a little bit, but also if it had gone, I don't want to do this, it was the perfect time, it was the perfect levels. You can always say another day, but you also start to have to come to the terms with the fact that, it might not be for you. You can't just keep going back to the waterfall and be like,
not today, another one.
It's like, not quite, but I'll do it next time. Right? It's like you have to come to terms with, sometimes it's like, this isn't going to be for me, but also you have to put yourself in the environment where this is perfect, like it was perfect flows the other day. If it's going to happen, maybe today is the day.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't, okay, maybe that's one that's like, it's got away, and that's also fine. And
Yeah.
but I'm trying to put myself in more situations like that where I can have a little bit of now's the time.
Yeah.
Rather than, you know, I wasn't sad that I missed out, but the guys in South Wales also had a great day on Friday. But I've also done the Triple Crown down there so many times recently. I was stoked that they, you know, I think the first female descent of Lady Falls went down.
Oh, really?
I'm not sure.
No.
Maybe in the comments you can let us know if someone else has run Lady Falls. But yeah, Katie Rickett's got the first female descent that I know of down Lady Falls, so that's pretty cool. And she styled it.
Cool.
It's a good 30-foot drop.
Yeah.
We'll take you off it soon.
I can't wait. I need to get to South Wales.
But yeah, it's a big thing. So I'm just trying to put myself in as many different positions as possible. Happy to walk away, and like, I think even if both Ollie and I had walked away the other day, you know, you came along to support us. If we'd have been like, no, then you would have been more than happy to be like, all right, well, fair play, lads, for
100%.
like going for it. So it's surrounding yourself with people that are like-minded like that. And I've given up my days to support other people's projects, and you know, you sat there twiddling your thumbs for an hour, like, or so, you know, because it does take time. You know, you think, oh, it's just gonna be a quick mission, it's like, you know, you left Bettis at 8 and we got back to Bettis at 2. So it still takes time, all these things, to do them properly. But at the end of the day, if someone doesn't do something, you can't be mad at them.
No, 100%.
It's like, oh, we could have done something. It's like, and also, if that's what their attitude, then you just don't hang out with them. It's like, oh, thanks for coming today.
Yeah.
And I'm probably not going to paddle with you again.
No,
it's like,
and we've not got anywhere by ourselves. Like, I think every paddler owes like their ability to other paddlers that have helped them and gone paddling with them and set safety and given them tips and watched them. And
I think back to when I started, like, you know, all those days that I was just talking about on my home canoe club, that was people giving their time for me. And it's like 5 days a week, different people each week. But if I started when I was 9, I left that canoe club when I was 18.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, I owe a lot to everyone that was part of my journey, and that I've told them all that they were a big part of it, and they're also stoked. They love seeing the content that I'm doing now, and they definitely never thought that this is where I would end up. You know, that's not why they did it. They did it because little Chips was pretty stoked on the water and just happy as Larry with his friends. So it's good.
But no. Yeah, I don't think there's anyone that can say they've got to where they have by themselves, because you paddle with people and everyone's giving you tips.
Maybe the Maldak man.
Maybe the Maldak man. Yeah, that's very true.
Maybe that's for another podcast.
Potentially. Maybe I'll get him on the podcast. If you know, you know. But no. Right. Should we go for some questions?
The
public have chattered.
It's only been a couple of hours since you put this question out.
Usually I try and get it a few days ahead.
Hopefully they're kind.
Of course. All right. Okay.
Do I get to find out who's asked me the question? Or?
Yeah, of course. So, I'll do a few.
Worried now.
No, they're generally really nice questions. Matt Ollie says, "What or who has recently inspired you?"
I don't know about recently, but over the last few years, definitely Joe Ray. Joe Ray Dickens. He inspired me from his kayaking days in uni. He's only a couple of years older than me, but always great at making films. He's still making films, and I think it's really important because as a kid, you go down rabbit holes, and I think with social media these days, it's really easy to lose content.
You see it once, you never see it again.
Exactly, and it's if you search a certain waterfall, it's like it doesn't come up. they're not optimized for search engines and stuff, which I remember being part of UK Rivers Guidebook. It's still there. And actually I'm going on an expedition and someone sent me a link to all their resources, and it was like forums of stuff on UK Rivers Guidebook. Okay. So it's still like a really good resource. But I remember going through all those and being like, I want to go paddle in North Wales. And it's like, I would look through all those river guides, being like, where are the waterfalls? Oh, why does it say portage? Like, and then you're trying to find more photos of a portage. It's like, no one takes photos of a portage. Right. But it like sparks that like what's out there. And I think it's dissolved a little bit just with social media. It's like there's less stuff actually on the internet as a platform. If we say the internet's one thing and social media is another, they're very different. So yeah, a photo of you doing something on Instagram doesn't come up, as I said. But, so Joe Ray was an inspiration when he was putting up all his uni videos, because as Aberystwyth Uni, they were a really strong group of kayakers, and they brought up the next generation of kayakers as well. So that was always an inspiration, seeing Joe's next video, being like, oh my God, there's so many rivers, and it would always be different rivers. And I think definitely the modern style of kayaking is a lot of laps on one specific river. We're all guilty of that. Yeah. But and that's how you also get good. But the exploration was good. But Joe was a big mentor for me recently when we got into surf kayaking, and we were just like paddling out with the bitches. And I was like, well, I'm just going out for a surf, isn't it? It's like, paddling next to Joe, I was like, so what are your aims for the session? I'm like, I'm not in slalom camp, Joe. It's like, nah, come on, Chips, you don't get that like, as good as you are without like having aims. It's like, you must have an aim for the session. It's like, oh, not really. And we got chatting and stuff, but he always throws in these curveballs and is always really kind on the water, looks after people, makes sure that people are holding their own when they're at a new location, so they get enough wave time to progress. And so I do like those values of him, but he's always the first one to be like, so what you're working on? And I think the big thing for me is I think it was from his Buke expedition to Venezuela. There's this epic photo, this really wide waterfall, must be about 50 foot. If just search Joe Ray Dickens on Facebook, it's one of his cover photos. You can stalk him as much as you like, but it's this massive booth. Now I just remember this green boat like flying like this. It's like, now I look at it and it's like, that's quite a big booth, that. It's like, and talking to him about it now, it's like, yeah, we had no idea what we were doing, just didn't want to like plug it, we didn't know how deep it was. It's like, so just like, that might not be true, that whole story. But yeah, it just boofed the absolute guts off this waterfall, and he was fine. But yeah, I saw Joe's a waterfall legend. It's like, he's run Ryder Maldeck twice and all these videos and stuff. Anyway, he starts paddling down in South Wales quite a lot, and he's like asking for me for tips. Like, this is 10 years ago maybe now, and it's like, oh, I just don't really do waterfalls. I was like, this guy that I'm starting to get to know, that's been a really part of my kayaking journey, that doesn't know that he has been, but like, what does he mean? It's like, and then he's like, we're paddling at Cardiff, like Whitewater Centre, and he's like, so some tips for going like paddling forwards. It's like, my style's not very good. It's like, no, I look up to you. What are you doing? It's like, you don't ask me questions. I ask you questions. So I love that. It's like, you never, and it's also helped me develop, because I ask those questions to, the better paddlers than I am when I'm going kayaking. It's like, and it makes me question it, and it's like, and it gives me purpose on the water. And yeah, without purpose, you start feeling lost. So yeah, it's probably one of my most recent people I look up to, but also, don't know, when I first saw a video, maybe 2012, it was around that time that he ran Ryder Maldeck. So that's when I first clocked him, basically.
He's something else. A very wise man as well.
Yeah.
Very wise. We've got, Dan Howard says, favourite coffee.
If it's a good coffee, well made, it's definitely like a pour over coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No milk, no espresso. Like just pour over coffee.
Yeah. Straight. Awesome. Dan also says, dream expedition. You've got all the time in the world. You've got all the budget in the world. You've got your dream crew. Where are you going?
See, there's been a lot of expeditions that will only be done once, and that's okay. It's like the locked in one in Papua New Guinea.
Mm-hmm.
That just looked like hell. It's like, yeah, I've just been on this cliff face for 12 days, just like trying to portage all these canyons. It was on the Berryman River, I think. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I was talking to her the other day about logistics. Was Kamchatka.
Okay.
It was a Steve Backshore expedition, but it finished with them rafting. So the river itself didn't look that bad. It was like a couple of kilometers of like, you know, stuff that you would just boogie down. I think in the movie they make him portage it and stuff. But the final day of it, they all got on the water. Even the guides they were with, they were rafting through bears. Like I think it's like one of the highest concentration of black bears in the world. I think it's black bears. No, bigger bears, not little bears. Big bears. Brown bears.
Brown bears. Right.
Cuddly bears.
Yeah.
And then it's like salmon spawning season, so they're
Okay, so they're busy.
They're busy. They're just like chomping away. It's like it just looked like an insane place and just insane. Yeah, I don't think you can get there without a helicopter and a lot of money. But not for the whitewater, but probably for the place. Ethiopia, that's another one. Like the Buke trip to Ethiopia, and the content that came out of that was crazy. And then you find out when you dig deeper that I think they had to give away half of their SD cards to local tribes, so they just like kept people out of there. That was their way out of there. So, some story like this, I'm pretty sure it's like, yeah, they lost half the footage.
Wow.
Maybe that's a different expedition, but yeah, they lost half the footage either way, and what they put together as a video is like, oh my God. So yeah, hopefully the situation in Ethiopia calms down.
Yeah, you can get out there.
Yeah, maybe.
Ooh. Jamie Rowland asked, are you coming back to Norway this summer?
Ooh, that's a good question. I would love to. Let's see if I can go to America instead. But then, yeah, maybe in July. Like go to Norfolk, and then June, like in Cali maybe. That'd be nice. See what the seasons are doing. Yeah, it would be nice. Got some expeditions and plans, and also the standard of kayaking is just so high there. So, yes, Jamie, will I see you there?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I think we'll do. I got a little question myself, and I think we'll wrap it up there because it's starting to rain. I'm freezing. What would you say to someone that wants to get into the sport? Maybe they've just started kayaking, like you, and you're 9 years old, obsessed. How would you stay into the sport for a long time? Some advice.
I would say you're allowed to take it seriously, but don't take it too seriously that it affects your want to go kayaking. Say yes to many different opportunities, and not just as a one-off, like, you know, commit to a polo league, you'll learn stuff. It's like, whether you take it on, doesn't matter. It's like, you commit to a polo season, or a polo competition, it's a weekend, you'll learn, you'll have fun, you'll meet people. It's like, and just say yes to different opportunities, going kayaking with different people, and also don't be afraid. Like, the kayaking community is very friendly. The worst that's going to happen is someone's not going to see your message or not going to reply to you. They're not going to hold a grudge. They're not going to be like, oh my God, why is this person asking like what the levels are doing? It's like, everyone's there to help you. and it's like, oh yeah, come join us for a lap. It's like, it's all very friendly. And don't worry about paddling outside of your ability. As in, no, I said that wrong.
Yeah.
Don't give me that look.
That's a bold
Don't
advice.
always paddle at your ability level.
Yeah.
Like, coming off the high the other day, had the best day, just chilling with friends on the Trwerin. Very different days, like 4 Glen laps and
Raid them out,
and the Trwerin. That made an amazing 2 days, and probably go for a D lap. Maybe not today, maybe tomorrow. But there's joy in all kayaks. It's fun.
Yeah. So remember the fun.
Yeah. And if you have a bad experience, it's like, well, there are enough paddlers out there that you don't have to paddle with that group again.
Yeah.
If you don't, like, I'm not saying I'm always a delight on the water. Sometimes I've told people off for being like just out and out ludicrous. It's like, it's kind of my duty, I think.
Yeah.
Tell me if I'm wrong, but yeah, I've told people like, what the hell are you doing here? Like, you backed yourself like off, and you're just an absolute nightmare. You're not even listening. I don't want the authority, but like, I do care about your safety.
Yeah, and you need to say something before it's too late.
So if you have a bad experience, and I've heard of loads of expeditions with pro kayakers that it's their job to go kayaking, and then they are a nightmare to go on an expedition with. It's simple. You just don't go on another expedition with them.
Yeah,
There is
you're not forced to paddle.
Yeah. And that's like, everyone asked me after the Sarri Jazz if I would do it again. And the answer is no, because we had such a good time with the friends we had. It was the hardest thing we've ever done. I think in 12 days I lost 8 kilos in weight. So like, body was like at its max, and it's like, you're just having a good time. It's tough, but you're having a good time because you're surrounded by the right people. And if you don't come across the right people at the start, then there is the right people out there for you.
Yeah.
And also treat people like that, and you'll go a long way. That's what I've realised. You will go a long way if you just have fun and just enjoy every day on the river. Enjoy every day hanging out. We haven't gone kayaking today, but we've had a nice day. Hung out with a load of kayakers, and
life's good. Yeah. Smashed it, mate. I think we'll call that a pod. Got anything you want to shout out or plug, or little projects?
No, I do have a big project coming up.
Cool.
So I will be asking lots of people to be in front of the camera and behind the camera like you. So please and thank you.
It's going to be an exciting project.
Hopefully we can bring it to life, and it'd be good.
Happy days. Awesome.
Oh, and it's starting to rain.
It is. I think we've timed this perfectly. Boring stuff. Follow, subscribe, like, share it to everyone. All of that. Do your thing. I hate all this, but I want it to grow, and that's how you make it grow.
And if you've got comments that haven't been answered, maybe is there a comment section?
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, comment it, and then Zach will tell me to reply to them, and I will reply to them.
Exactly. And send us a message. Me and Danny have received some lovely messages from a few people, and we do reply, and we quite like it. So do that. Awesome. Thank you, mate. Smash. That was awesome. I enjoyed that.
Is that all right?
That was perfect.
Perfect timing to finish, actually.
Exactly.